Good afternoon, peoples. Last video was a little bit quick and a bit rushed because I just received the trooper in the post. Just obviously got the box open and I had someone coming round literally within minutes, so I quickly threw that video together and got it out there. So I want to share some of the progress with you so far for anyone that's in the middle of building a suit or might be building one of these. Not in the UK though, because I believe this is the only one in the UK. So far we have an arm. It doesn't look like much, but I'll talk you through what's been happening. So let's get rid of that because it's following me, it's doing my Swede. That doesn't go there. Anyway, there's my tape on. What I've got is pinstriping masking tape, fine line tape. This stuff's really good if you want to mask something off and you want it to curve, you want it to be rounded or follow a contour or something. Really good because it's thin, you can bend it. But what I don't want to do is make a video and you sit there for 10 minutes watching me cut plastic, because that's boring. So this bit here, I don't know if you can see, that flat edge there is where it laid flat on the vac forming bed, and this bit went on there like that. So that was on there. Then what I've done is this is 10mm tape. I've run the 10mm tape in line with that crease there, and then really gently I've just cut across here with a Stanley knife, one after another. First one, hardly any pressure, just make a score line, and the more score lines you make, it will start like a train, it will follow that track, and just like work your way through and then bend it and it will crease and it'll just pop, and just run the knife through, and then you can get yourself a real nice cut seam like that. So you get a nice straight seam. You could do it with a Dremel, but the Dremel creates heat, and the heat makes the plastic burl up into little bubbles, and it starts spitting out and it makes a mess and it's noisy. Really tidy, really tidy. So top tip, you don't have this. This is that's 5mm tape, that one, but on this one here, this is the 10mm tape. And I found that taking 10mm off of either side, obviously your suit will be different, all suits are different once you've sized it up, but I took 10mm off either side, and now as you can see that fits in on my arm nicely. Once that's padded out in the elbow, that gives me the elbow and the wrist movement. And then also what I've done is I just tried this as I don't know, I had a brainwave when I was at work. You know, you have them brain farts, and instead of dremeling the edge off, because obviously this end here stuck out when it was in the vacuum mould, if you Dremel the edge off, you end up with a sharp edge like that. And if you have suits of armour, you'll know that when you get home, you've got lines here, lines around your wrist there where the arm has been cut, and every time you move your hand near your face, you're going to get them cut marks. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see that, is I've used the heat gun and really gently heated up that bit that was sticking up, and then I've rolled it round and pushed it inside, just one bit at a time, and that there has caused that top edge to roll inwards, giving me a nice curved seam there. Look at that. Would you call it a seam? I don't know. I've hemmed it. There you go, like hemming your trousers. I've hemmed me sleeve, cuff. Oh, hemmed it. Let's go there. We'll go without sleeve and cuff. Oh, cuff Bert. So when your wrist's in there, if you bend your wrist at any point in time, you're not digging into that sharp edge of plastic that you got there. You've got that nice rounded edge. Now I will post this in the group, chat group, for the people that have ordered the concept trooper. I'll show you here, look. So that big lump of plastic there, that's where it sat on the buck on the vacuum form. otherwise it'll all just sink inside. So now if I Dremel that out, I can heat that up and fold that underneath. And the same with this flange here, you see that there, that's where it sat on the bed of the vacuum former. So once I size it up, I can run my tape along that edge, and I know that that is completely flat because it was on the flat bed. So when I tape along there, I know that that line of tape, I'll be taking 5mm off. Now if I want to take 15mm off, obviously I'll put a line of 10mm and a line of 5 above. Or you can put 10mm on and then put the 10mm over the top, peel the bottom one off and put the top one, the bottom back on again. Too confusing. Let's not go there. Once all that's done, old clampy clampies. What I've done is, didn't tell you the top tips. Now when you cut that bit off, that hench flange there that you're going to cut off, lovely word flange, is what I use inside to glue down there. So the seam that I took off here is actually glued inside. So it's glued with itself, which is perfect. And then I'm sorry to Ace Cosplay and Matt, I didn't use mole glue. I've got pipe glue. Other pipe glues are available. But the PVC cement does ABS and PVC. So works amazing on this stuff. Literally melts the plastic into itself. You're not going to see there. My lights, my light can see, but you can't. It melts the plastic, diamond job. It melts the seam in, so that now is never going to come apart. That's on there. And all I've got to do now is a fine, I'm debating whether to use filler or I might use a bit of matted fiberglass pre-shredded into the resin, and then it's like you knock it up like filler, put it on, and then sand that back, and then I have a nice strong bond on there that's never going to crack, and then that will be ready for paint. What else have we got? Backs of the heels, so they go on the heel of the boot. Obviously the toes, why obviously you don't know, them ones there go in the toes. I've been working on that one, goes in the toe, so that goes over the top of the shoe. That's your toe protector. Now I'm a bit worried about when you bend down, there's no way for this to concertina together and make space for the bending, so I don't think there's going to be any bending of the toe with this one. I was debating whether to cut it and put a concertina so it can slide into itself, but at a later date maybe. Kneecaps, they've been cut out as well. Obviously there's 2 kneecaps and 2 shoes which are there. Now, most important thing after work, coffee. So what is me? Hello? You're back in the room. So I've been working on the lower leg, which is, it's got such a beautiful shape. It is really nice. Now you can see what I mean about that seam there, look. Obviously this has just got a little bit of Velcro holding it together whilst I work out where it all sits. Now this seam isn't dead straight, it curves round, it flicks up at the end here, and it's got a curve there. It's bulging out a little bit there. Now all I've done is I've cut off the edge of the vacuum forming flange. I've left the width of the Velcro on there, because as much as I'd love to put this together seamlessly and get rid of the seams like a clone, I fear there's no way of getting your foot inside it. On the other clone I cut the spoon out of the back, like this bit here they call the spoon. I cut that out of the back of the clone with a 45 and I set that in with elastic, and then when you put your foot in, that would open up and allow your ankle to pop through, and then it would close behind your ankle. But I don't think that's possible with this one. So I'm just gonna for now I'm gonna go with the standard Velcro, like a TK, and Velcro it together. But as you can see, like I was saying, this line here isn't dead straight. So by putting that tape on and following the tape up the seam, I was able to keep that curved line You can see it there. So it recesses into this curved line perfectly, and you don't end up with a huge, great cavernous gap. Now if I pull this apart, we love that noise, don't we? Where would we be without Velcro, eh? Now you can see there, look, I've done the same thing again. I've heated up that outside edge, and then I've folded that inside, and that not only stops you cutting your knees to bits and gives you a nice soft edge, but it makes that edge thicker as well, gives it a bit of body, and most importantly gives it strength, because now that bit there is double-sided, so it's harder for it to bend in that area, making it stronger. And also I've done the top as well, you can see on there, that's made it, doesn't look strong, but it has made it stronger. I've yet to cut the bottoms in and fold them round. I'm still debating, because the leg itself, you can see the cutlet isn't straight because it follows the non-straight lines. My leg, as it stands right now, is too long. This area here sits right in the back of my knee, and this bit here is right on the back of my heel. That's why I've got tape there like that. I'm working out whether to cut the bottom of this spoon out to give me more heel room, because the problem I got is when my boots go on, that bit there is going to be there on my boot, and at the moment it's so long it's going to end up down there somewhere, and it's just going to cause problems. They're going to rub together, click, and that's how you get breakages, whatever that word is. I don't know. Put it in the comments underneath. What would you call it? Cosplay damage. We need a cosplay first aider. This is the only bit I don't like on the back of the Concept Trooper. This is a really steep V, and this goes behind the knee. Now once I've folded all this back, I'll have a little bit more room for the back of the knee, but like I say, because it's so long, this is where I'm struggling. Now I don't know if you have any questions. If you're building a suit at the moment, you want some advice, if I can, I will. If I can't, I know a lot of people in the cosplay community. I can make contact and get someone to give the best advice for where you're at in your build. Sadly, I can't build it for you at the moment because I'm up to my neck with this one, and I'm trying to sort out my partner's Mandalorian as well. So debate. I might work on the rest of that leg today. I'm not going to work on it on camera. Obviously I've cut the visor out of the bucket, cut the bottom out, so it's wearable. It's a lovely mould. Old Walt's done a diamond job, absolute stunning. I will be contacting him in a couple of days though, because there's a couple of bits of armour in the box, and I'm not sure what they are. I think they're kidney plates. I don't know. They might be stitched into the undersuit. The undersuit's another mission as well. That's going to be me getting in on the sewing machine, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do the nanny thing and start doing some sewing. Chin up. I think I'll leave it there. Just a short video. Just showing what's going on at the moment with the build. So I'm sure there's a few people out there at the moment that are receiving this suit. I know there's at least 50 people globally. Most are in America and Germany, I think. And I did see someone post on the group the other day, and they was like, it's going to be scary and it's a lot of work. Don't be scared, it is a lot of work, but just take your time, methodical, and don't rush it, because if you rush it, it's all going to go wrong. And make sure you, like with areas like this, make sure you de-seam it, make sure that is a beautiful join there, so that you've got the smallest amount of filler in there. You don't want to be filling for days. And sand that down before you fill it. Obviously I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs. And then fill it, and then sand it back. So I'm going to get on. I'm probably going to sort this leg out. I'm going to get my mannequin out I'm going to do the chest plate, I think the chest and the back, because for some reason I've started at the arms and legs, because I know they're the hardest bits, especially the bottom legs, because no one wants to see a trooper walking like a poo themselves. Everything's got to fit. You've got to have movement. There's no point having armour if you're trapped in your armour, so to speak, and you've got limited movement. That's sorry, thing's stuck on my trouser leg. Yeah, limited movement isn't brilliant. So if you're new to armour, don't rush it. Don't just go, oh yeah, that'll do, and put it on. Make sure you size it up to your body, check it, bend your leg. I'll tell you the biggest thing to think about: stairs. Check you can go up and down stairs, because we've had some right giggles up and down stairs. You've probably seen the trooper falling down the stairs, even though I think that was fake. But just get your armour. If you're making legs, build your leg, put it on your leg. I don't know if you've got the top built already, but just bend it and imagine you're trying to go upstairs. If you can't bend your leg, you're going to have one hell of a time. And if you're quite a tall person, lucky for you, and you can fit this and sit down, then you're laughing. Yeah, because not many people can sit down. But on that note, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to do some work. I'm not going to record it, because I don't think you want to sit there and just watch me fiddling away. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. Of course, I shall keep an eye on it. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Obviously, I do work as a brain surgeon, so it's hard for me to get to my phone whilst I'm doing brain operations. But I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.